Hey everyone, today is January 4th, which means that it is the start of the Smutathon, and this is my start of the Smutathon vlog. It is like 11 o'clock at night, and I did not film anything today because I have literally been doing so many chores and so many things. Obviously, Saturday is my day off. I was gone all day long, and so I really didn't have a chance to read any kind of physical book or anything, so I haven't really had a chance to vlog today. However, I did finish a book. I finished an audiobook of Maybe This Time by Chantal Fernando. Don't know how to say that name. I won't lie, this book was pretty terrible. I gave it 2 stars. It is about Summer and Reed, and I guess Summer's mom ends up dying. So she's 19 years old and she's never met her stepbrother, and she goes to live with her stepbrother, and he has a whole bunch of like really good friends, and they are like protective of her. This book was really all over the place. Like, I mean, just way out there. First of all, there's insta love in this, which I'm not a fan of. And this wasn't like a novella or anything, so I didn't understand the need for this insta love story. The storyline itself was literally all over the place. It starts out with her mother dying. She moves in with her stepbrother, and then she ends up working at a bar with these twins, and one of the twins is the guy that she falls for, but it's like this instant love connection, like I mentioned. And then after that, like, there's this, it like goes on, and like the main guy is like a fighter, like an underground fighter, and her dad is like the host of this underground fighter thing. I wasn't crazy about that storyline. I don't know how I want to explain this. I'm so frustrated by this book. Okay, so there's several different women in this book. All the guys are kind of playboys and stuff, but she has the main characters talking about these girls, and the girls, the way that they respond and talk to her, that's just so disgusting. And I hate the way that books make women out to be like sluts and talking horribly about other women. Like, come on. We're women. Like, we're grown-ass women. There is no need to put down other women just because they've had a past, or I don't know. I'm so sick and tired of books and the way that they put down other girls in books. Like, I just don't feel like that's necessary. I think that we need to start bringing each other up as women. We need to have stronger connections and stronger friendships. And I think our romance books are starting to get there some, but I'm so tired of the slut shaming. I'm so tired of this stigma of, if you're not like a virgin in these romance books, then like you're treated badly. And I'm sick of it. Okay. Anyway, so then it goes on, and there's like this whole surprise baby aspect, and then the surprise baby ends up not being his, and okay, I'm sorry if I spoiled you guys on this, but this book was terrible. It's a 2-star book. Don't read it. It was not worth the read. It wasn't worth my time. It was like 8-hour audiobook, and it like read like it should have been like a 100-page book with how fast everything was. Like, there was literally no plot to this story. It was literally all over the place. It was like packing a whole bunch of different tropes into one book, and it was not done very well. Anyway, so I don't know if I will ever read another book by this author. Maybe this was her first book. I don't know. Hopefully it gets better. But I just did not enjoy that at all. So there goes that book. Okay, so I am now reading, I just picked up, I actually haven't started it yet. I'm just about to start it. But I'm going to read Control Freak by Brianna Hill. I've heard wonderful things about this writing and the author, and so I cannot wait to jump in and read this because it's got to be better than that last one. Okay, so today is Sunday night, and I am going and getting my mother some food, taking a quick break. I haven't got a whole lot of reading done. I did read about 30% of Control Freak, let me just say, this book is fucked up in the best way possible. I am loving the story, and I cannot wait to continue on with it. I'm going to finish it tonight. Cannot wait. This definitely has some daddy kink in it, and apparently I didn't realize that kind of stuff worked on me, but it's pretty hot, I won't lie. So anyway, that is what I'm doing today. I'm gonna try to finish this book tonight, and we will go from there. I ended up having my brother-in-law sort of come over, and he helped out around the house. My dad used to do all the handyman stuff, and since he's gone, we've been having my brother-in-law, we've been paying him to come on over and help out with a few things that we can't do ourselves. And so he was over all day, so I really just didn't get a whole lot done. But anyway, not a lot to report on, but Control Freak, I'm digging this book. Yeah, it's good. Hey everyone, so it is super early on Tuesday morning. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. I just got off work. And first of all, do you see how badly I am blushing? Because I don't think a book has ever made me blush. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me go ahead and update you guys. So like I said, Tuesday morning, it's technically still Monday for me. I just got off work, and I have a lot to update you on. I finished Control Freak by Brianna Hill yesterday, and I gave it 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. I love the fact that the main character was suffering. She's a recovery for anorexia. And this book depiction of anorexic behaviors and tendencies, and the way they feel about themselves, and not being able to eat around other people. I mean, it was so realistic and so well done. And I thought that it wasn't like a fluffy way of handling an actual eating disorder. I thought that Brianna absolutely did this book justice, did the whole genre of anorexia, and the whole idea of that storyline was so well done. I truly, truly, really appreciated the way that she handled it. I loved the book. I am surprised to say that there was some parts in there that I was thinking might have been out of my comfort zone. There's not much actually really in my comfort zone. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can handle just about everything. And yeah, it was hot. That's all I'm gonna say. I am now reading Priest by Sierra Simone, and I am blushing like so much. I'm 75% of the way through. I'm going to finish this book before I go to bed tonight. Yes, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm staying up to finish this book. It is so good. Oh my gosh. It is so good. I don't think I've ever read a book hotter than this book ever in my entire life. Like, it's hot. It is so hot, and so forbidden, and so bad, and so, whew, I'm like, whew, it's hot. It's so good. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this story. This is so far a definite 5-star read for me. Like, whew, I don't think I've ever read a smuttier, more like taboo, forbidden book in my life. Whew. This book is good. That's all I can say. I am giddy and a little over the top, and I'm tired, and so like everything is funny to me. Whenever I get tired, I just like laugh uncontrollably. So I'm like at that stage, I'm like that tired, but I'm 75% of this book, and I cannot put it down and go to sleep. Like, I've got to finish this book tonight. And I've read a book a day, so I'm going to keep up with it. I'm going to get this stupid book finished. So good. Whew, so good. Okay, I'm going to get off here because I am exhausted. My eyes are like blurry. Yeah, I'm going to get off here so I can finish this book and go to bed. Today is Wednesday, January 8th. And it's been like 2 days since I've updated you guys. I'm sorry. I was going to update last night, but I was just so tired by the time I got off work and finished that book. that I couldn't update. So I've got 2 books to update you on. The first is Priest. I finished it, gave it 5 stars. It was so good. If you want a book where you kind of feel like you're going to hell the whole time you're reading it, this is the book for you. It was so forbidden and so taboo and so good. I will say that it was a little insta-lusty for my taste, is the only like little critique that I have. It was very good still. Like, I couldn't even take off like a half a star for it because I still really, really enjoyed it. Like, I was blushing and smiling the entire time I was reading this book. So after I finished that, yesterday I immediately jumped in to Top Secret by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. And oh my gosh, you guys, I loved this book and I gave it 5 stars as well. Like, whew, this book was so good. Definitely, like, this is my favorite book by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy so far. Loved this book. Okay, so this follows Keaton and Luke, who are in a sorority together, and one of them has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend is wanting to have a threesome for her birthday. So my initial concern was that it was going to be a guy who's using his girlfriend to like satisfy a curiosity. I was a little nervous about that because I don't like when books use people. And I'm so pleasantly surprised and so grateful that this book was not that at all. It is a Mel romance. There is no hurt or using of anybody in this book at all. And I loved every single second. It was so hot and so swoon-worthy and cute, and Keaton is like one of my new favorite book boyfriends. Like, I adored him so much. Yeah, I truly love this book, and I can't speak highly of it enough. If you have not read this book and you're into male romances, I highly suggest you read it. So this is a record for me. I think I have read 4 5-star books in a row. I'm so excited about it. Like, I think I just saved all of the books I've been wanting to read for quite some time, all for this Smut-a-thon, and decided to read them like all at once. So I'm super excited. So obviously I told you that Priest is a 5-star book and Top Secret is a 5-star book. Sorry, I look like shit. I have no makeup on. I look exhausted because I am exhausted. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I just got off work. I didn't sleep last night, so I'm going on like 48 hours almost of no sleep. And I've got to be up at 9 o'clock in the morning to go to the doctor. So I'm tired. But anyway, I just really wanted to update you guys real quickly. Like I said, it's 2 o'clock now, and I guess this is technically Friday morning, Thursday night, whatever you want to say. And I finished 2 more books. I read Fake Out by Eden Finley, and this is about Maddox and Damon, and this book was so good. Like I said, 5-star book again. And it is a male romance. So it is called Fake Out because it is like a fake dating trope in which the guy pretends that he's gay to avoid an ex-girlfriend. And he goes to her wedding. He like meets her when she's on her bachelorette party and sees her again for the first time in years. And she invites him to her wedding, and he has to pretend that he's gay and go with a guy, and his best friend just so happens to have a gay brother that he's never met, and it's actually their love story. I really liked it because it wasn't just like a I'm gay for you trope. Like, this guy had been with one other guy before, so it wasn't just like, it wasn't like a complete like, oh, I'm gay just for you, you know, like that's kind of annoying. But I actually really enjoyed this book. I thought it was super adorable. Like I said, 5 stars. The next book that I read was Hero by Lauren Rowe. And thank you so much, Bree, for recommending this author. This was the first time I've read this author, and so good. Can I just say, Colby is so swoon-worthy. Like, so swoon-worthy. So I loved this book for multiple reasons. This is about Lydia and Colby. Colby is a firefighter who is injured on the job, and Lydia is a physical therapist who is helping him. This has insta-love in it, and normally insta-love is just not my thing, but this was like insta-love done correctly, because it is about Colby who like literally falls in love with her at first sight, and then it's super slow burn romance. And it was just so well done. There is kids in this that I actually adored. I loved their characters. I thought their relationship and how they acted with each other and with the adults. Like, it wasn't like somebody who's writing about kids who's never had kids. Like, these kids actually acted like children, and their little personalities were just adorable. I loved this whole storyline. I loved the relationship between Colby and his brothers and his sister. There's a total of 4 boys and 1 girl that's all in the same family. They're all gorgeous. This whole series is about each of the brothers in this family. And I adored the relationship between the brothers. I thought it was so well done. I literally loved everything about this book. Another 5-star read for me. 20% through with Bad for You by Shanora Williams. This is the motorcycle romance that I was talking about, and it's good. I don't know how it's going to turn into a romance at this point, because I absolutely hate this hero, which is good because I love books like this, like books where I'm like, okay, how is it going to turn around? Like, how is she going to end up falling for this guy who's a complete asshole? Like, this dude like beat the shit out of her brother, like hardcore, put him in the hospital for weeks. He's the president of a motorcycle club, and then he takes her, and apparently it's going to turn into a romance. Like, how is this going to be a romance where it's not like Stockholm Syndrome? So I am super excited to find out how this works itself out. I love it whenever I can't figure it out. Like, I don't see it coming. I don't see how this is going to be a romance as of right now. So I'm really excited for this book. I definitely am going to finish it tomorrow. I am doing so well this week. I've read a book a day. I haven't quite read 2 books. I almost got there yesterday. I read a book and a half, but I didn't finish it till today. And I'm not going to lie, Bad for You is a long ass book. In fact, I don't have one novella. I don't know why I put myself to do the amount of reading that I did this week, because each book is like a full-length novel that I have picked out. I've decided on my Charlie Rose book. I normally read the ebooks for those, but I decided to listen to the audiobook just to hopefully be able to pull that one in and make sure that I have another book by the time Saturday night comes around. So anyway, that is what has been going on with me in the last day and a half. And so yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this readathon as much as I am. I am so excited. This has been such a fun ride for me, and I love this readathon so much. Hey everyone, it is Saturday night, and I won't lie, I didn't read anything today. I needed a day where I didn't read, and I've done a lot this week. So I did finish, and I kept saying Bad for You, but the actual title of this is Bad for Me by Shanora Williams. I gave it 4 stars. I will say that at 73%, there is a twist that happens, and I didn't see it coming. I never would have saw it coming in a million years, and my exact reaction was like, oh shit, did she go there? No, she didn't just go there. Yeah, she went there. Holy fucking shit. So yeah, that was my reaction to 73%. I'm not going to give anything away. If you want to read this book, it was interesting. It was so interesting. Yeah, that twist got me. There was a few things that I disliked. One of the issues that I had, one of the biggest issues, is that there was a few major issues that were never discussed at length. So especially that twist, like, you don't just find out what happens at that twist and then be like, oh, gloss over it after that. Like, and she kind of did. I won't lie. I mean, like, there's a major plot twist and then it's just kind of forgiven and glossed over, even though, oh damn, I don't want to give anything away. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm just going to say that there was a few things that I felt like needed a little bit more discussion, especially with what happened. Bad for Me was a motorcycle club romance and was my romance that I kind of selected as a out of my comfort zone because I'm not really into motorcycle club romances. Also, I will say, for the whole motorcycle club, I think the reason why I'm not a huge fan of them is because I actually hung out with an MC. Whenever I was 21, 22, I had a best friend. Her husband was in a motorcycle club. And so I was the girl who was hanging out with an entire group of but these MCs were all veterans. They were all military guys. And I live in a military town. So I went out and it was literally just going out and drinking. So much drinking. So much drinking. It was fun. But these guys were not like going out and trying to kill each other. I mean, they were doing some stupid shit, especially when moonshine got involved. But it wasn't like, oh, let me go screw, whoever I want. And like these guys didn't have like, I mean, they had like a house and a clubhouse and they did stuff. Anyway, I have actually hung out with a real MC. And so whenever I was reading this book, I was taking my own history and involving that in the show, in the story, and going, man, that's just so unrealistic. Like that wouldn't happen. And that kind of detracts me from the story. Like it bothers me. Anytime I read an MC, I'm always comparing it to my actual experience with it. And so that really, that really kind of messes me up in the head whenever it comes to reading books like this. So that's the reason why I have such a hard time and why it's kind of out of my comfort zone. Okay, so I also listened to the audiobook of Bad Influence by Charlie Rose. This was Jesse and Allison's story, and Jesse is Lo's younger brother. Lo is engaged to Dare, and Lo was the second book in the series. This was the third book, and it's Jesse and Allison's love story. Unfortunately, I didn't connect with these characters as much as I have like the previous two books, and I gave it 3 stars. It was okay to me. I didn't like Allison like at all. She annoyed the hell out of me. So yeah, it was okay, but not that great. Alright, so that is it. That's all for Smutathon. I did not get to Us. That's the only book I didn't read. I am going to go ahead and just pick it up and read it anyway, because that's what I want to read next. So I'm going to read that, and then I'm going to jump into reading Lauren Rose books as soon as they get here. So that is all for me. I will talk to you guys soon.